Beyond the Blue RC today, and I got Kyosho Mini-Z I'm going to unbox and review today. First one of these I've ever purchased. It's the Corvette. It's a Corvette. It actually says on the box exactly. There we go. Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. It's a really sharp looking body. I mean, it's hard to tell inside the box, but it really looks really detailed. It's really detailed. Alright, let's get this thing out of here. The paint on this body is just, it's like there's like a metal flake in here. It is impressive. Yeah. Alright, how do you get this? How do you get it off? Guessing that this tape has to be cut. But I guess finish unboxing this thing and see what else we got. We got a manual, of course, and a transmitter, I'm sure. And here. Yep. Some spare parts. What's going on here? Okay. Yes. Looks like some spare parts. Alright, that's cool. Some cones for setting up for racing. Transmitter. Good. How about that? Doesn't feel too bad. Nice foam grip. Not bad. I like it. And I believe that's everything that's in this box. So we can get this out of the way. Alright. Very cool. Alright, so let's see what kind of spare parts we got with this thing. What we got going on here? It just doesn't really say, but looks like just some spare plastic parts. This is a pinion removing tool. Let's remove the pinion. You're supposed to get some spare pinions, some extra pinions as well, like different size pinions. Looks like some spare wheel nuts. These might be servo horns, maybe? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. What else we got going on here? Looks like some... Not sure what they are, but they might be arms. Anyways, there's the pinions. Cool. Yeah. Sure, once I pull the car out and look at the chassis, I'll have a better idea of what all these things are for. Spare parts, definitely spare parts. It's always good to have spare parts. And an O-ring. Looks like. That's not an O-ring, it's just a little plastic. A couple of those. Not sure what they're Not sure what they're for. Kind of flying. Back over here. There we go. Put those over there. Let's dive into this manual. Let's flip through it real quick. Alright. Okay. Alright. Says auto scale collection, Chevy Corvette ZR1 Sebring orange. That's the color. Sebring orange. It says before beginning assembly, please read instructions thoroughly. It's a pretty simple kit, so I don't have to worry about that. Light unit set. I bought the one that comes has a light unit, LED lights pre-installed. So this is probably the baggie that the LED lights came in. Light unit set. No lights, so let's be inside the vehicle. Looks pretty straightforward as far as installing it. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I wasn't worried about it. It was cheaper I got a good price on this through Amazon, so it was cheaper, way cheaper to buy it through Amazon than to get it through Amy and Hobby. Sometimes I get stuff through Amy and Hobby, sometimes I buy it through Amazon. Or I buy it through my local hobby shop. It just depends. Here's your manual. Quick start guide. Step 1, unbox it. Step 2, install your batteries. Step 3, driving. 4, trim. Set your trims. 5, turning it off. How to turn off your vehicle. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. Alright, so let's just flip through the manual real quick. Alright, so let's just flip through the manual real quick. You got an illustrated parts breakdown. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Wow, a lot of parts. Tell you how to get to the diffs. Change out your springs if you want to. Install the gyro unit if you want to. I might do that at some point. I don't know. I mainly bought this because I really like Corvettes and I love the look of this body. And I've always wanted a Mini-Z and figured why not. I got a lot of 1/10 scale and I got a 1/8 scale E-Revo over there and get something a little different. Anyway, that's the manual. Okay. Let's get this thing out of here. So I'm guessing I gotta cut this tape. Okay. Yep. Gotta cut that zip tie. So I need diagonal pliers anyway. Cut this off. Go. Okay. This is all trash. Alright. Put this through. Alright. Some leverage here. There we go. Not too big a deal. Just takes a little bit of getting used to. It is all. I'm just gonna pull this out. There we go. LEDs are already installed. We'll take a closer look here in a minute. Alright, so I got the batteries installed. It's pretty easy to take off this little battery hold down. It just snaps off. You just snap it. My hands are kind of in the way, but just fit it on there like that. After you put the batteries in, and it just clicks in. That's all there is to it. And then do the same thing on the other side. And that's all there is to that. And so let's zoom in here and get a better look at the chassis. Yep. Got this suspension back here. Got some pretty good suspension. Then you've got independent front suspension. It kind of works like, my hands are in the way, this thing's so small. Not used to working with something so small. It's taking some getting used to. So if you push, oh man, alright. So if you guys kind of, you see it move. So if I push, there we go. You can see it actuating there, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Got a motor on the back. Brushed, of course. You can go brushless with it, but I don't know if I'm going to go brushless with this. I doubt it. I doubt this is just for indoor fun. Brushed. This is going to be a little too fast for what I'm going to be using this for. But I mean, if I was to go to an indoor track, maybe then. But even then, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. The tires on the back are definitely wider than the tires on the front. Pretty cool. Just like my 1/10 on-road car, the stock tires were wider in the back, and the stock tires in the front were narrower. You can change the pinions out to a larger pinion if you want to. So now I think I'll go over what you get. We'll go over the spare parts that you get. The manual tells you exactly what they're for, so I read the manual real quick before I continue down with this review here. But I looked over the manual real quick before I started recording again. So it looks like these here are your motor guide set, and they have numbers and letters on them to correspond with your pinions. And you have a 7, 8, and 9 tooth pinion. So you can go up in size if you want to. So if you want to use an 8 tooth pinion, then let's see here. Yeah. You want to use, well, let's say you want to use a 9 tooth pinion. That's for the front of the motor, and then this is for the rear of the motor to get your mesh correctly. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So those go together. These go together. Of course, you get a spare upper cover, and then a spare lower arm. These are spare wheel nuts. Get some spare wheel nuts. You get a spare, yeah, that's what I thought this was, spare tie rod for your steering. There we go. Spare tie rod. It's cool they give you all these spare parts. You also get a extra rear dampener stays. For the rear suspension. However that works, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, you can adjust the tension of the rear spring with these. Okay. The bigger the dampener stay, the tighter your spring's going to be. So that's obviously going to be the tightest, stiffest suspension setup with that one right there. But I don't know if I'm going to be using those. It feels pretty good to me as far as running indoors. I guess if you're going to run it outdoors. I think it's fine. Probably not going to mess with that. Okay. What else we got here? We got some spare C-rings. And these are, of course, they hold your front suspension here. I don't know if you can even see. You hold your drive hubs in. There you go. You can see. Let me grab this little tool right here. I'm going to make a good pointer stick. All right. Zoom back in again. There you go. The right. Oh, I was like right there. You just hold this pin in. So you take that off, and then you can remove your hub right here. A lot of small screws and pieces here. I don't think I'll be taking this apart anytime soon. Ugh, I don't have the patience for that. Ugh. And last but not least, you got a couple focus. There we go. Suspension limiters, 8mm, 0.8mm. That's what those are. We'll lose those. Well, that's basically it for the spare parts. You get, of course, a pinion / C-ring tool. I don't want to focus very well. There we go. So this end is for the C-ring, this end is for the pinion. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright, so I'm just going to go over real quick how to take the body on and off. I don't think I did that initially. What you want to do, it's a little tricky, you can kind of squeeze or pull these little tabs. Will pop out, just kind of pull, and one will pop out. And pull the other side. There we go, that'll free it up. And there's this tab right here. It'll just slide right out, just like that. And that is how you take the body off. Now to put the body on, you want to make sure that your wires for your LEDs, if you have LEDs, are all nice and tucked in. You want to slide that front tab into its slot, like that. Then you want to line up one. You want to get it into position. Slide it in like that, just like that. And just do one. I'll zoom in a little bit, you can do one side at a time, gently, or just pull on both sides too. You can pull on both sides, just kind of. It's not really. There we go. One's in, and the other one's in. It's a little finicky, but it's in. And there you go. And details-wise, this thing has got a lot of detail. Start with the paint for one. It's that beautiful orange. It's got like a metal flake in it. I don't know if the camera is picking it up. I think it is. Yeah, look at that metal flake in that paint. It's just a beautiful paint job on this thing. And you've got your, let's see, I believe, I can't tell if those ZR1s are painted on or stickers. I actually can't tell. I actually think they are. I mean, they might. No, I think they're painted on. Same thing with the Corvette emblem on the front. That's painted on as well. The details on this car are just amazing. Yeah, there's no. I'm looking for stickers, and I don't see stickers on here. You know, on the rear end here, you've got. Zoom out a little bit, maybe it'll help. Go. Got your Chevy emblem again, and your ZR1, and those are painted on. Same thing with these markers here, they're painted on as well. Exhaust is chrome tips. Very nice. If I can get it to focus, that'd be nice. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, chrome tipped. Nice black trim all over. The wing is. Zoom out a little bit here. Oh, I'm zoomed in. All right, so the I don't need to be zoomed in so much now. All right, so the wing is obviously painted black. Got some nice window tint all the way around. Front end, splitters painted black. These grills are black. Hood scoop is black. Roof is black. And you've got window trim that's also black. A lot of detail on this car. Of course, your scoops here, your vents are black, like here. Your intakes, I mean, probably, I think on like actual car, they're meant to cool the rear brakes. Wow. Very nice. Alright, let's get it fired up and see what it looks like with the lights on. Alright, so what you want to do is turn your transmitter on. Now when I first turned this on, just to test everything out, it was in training mode, so I had to switch it. It tells you in the manual how to do it. If you want it in training mode, you just push the throttle all the way reversed, then you turn it on, and it'll start flashing like 2 flashes, and that'll be training mode when you let go of it, and then you wait, and then it'll start flashing 2 flashes, and that'll be training mode, and that's what it was stuck on when I first unboxed this thing and was testing things out before I got back to this video. But what you do to turn it back to normal mode is you just throttle all the way. You're going to turn the transmitter on and let go, and then you wait a few seconds, and this should light up solid. So when I turn this on, I should be in normal mode. And yes, now I'm in normal mode. And with the transmitter, you've got a few knobs. You've got steering dual rates right here. Channel 4, that is for your lights. I can show you how that works in a minute. Of course, you got your throttle trim. Set it neutral, and your steering trim. And that's the controls you get. And there's something, I don't know what this is for. If anyone in the comments can tell me. I don't know what that port is for. If it's just, I have no idea. It looks like there's something you can plug in there. I'm not sure. That's interesting. Anyway, that's what you get with the transmitter. Power on the car. And that's just a switch right here. And the switch right there. That switch right there. And you're just going to power it on. Push it forward, and it's going to power the car on. There you go. The headlights are pretty bright. And then this knob, let's see, channel 4. Channel 4 right here, this knob right here. Right now I've got it turned all the way counterclockwise, so that's just steady on. Now if you start to turn it clockwise, just a little bit, you'll notice that it's going to start flashing. And for those of you that are sensitive to strobes, just, fast forward through this or do what you got to do. But this is going to be strobing, so I'll just let you know. I'm going to start strobing it. And it's going to go from fast to a slower strobe. Then it's just going to be like you go all the way clockwise, and it's just going to be flashing very slowly. So it depends on what you want your car to do. I prefer them just to be steady on, personally. I don't really care for that. There we go. And this thing also has brake lights. So if you're driving and you push to brake, you got brake lights. So very cool, very cool, very cool. So that's pretty much, I actually am very impressed with this car. It's going to be more of a, probably a, I don't know. I'm definitely not going to take it outside. I might build an indoor track for it, possibly. I don't know, we'll see. But I actually am very impressed with the craftsmanship and build of this car. I'm going to have to get a few more of these Mini-Zs. Beyond the Blue RC1, hope you enjoyed watching this video, and please subscribe.